Couldn't even get an answer. Try to call. I'm a problem in every time. Did he with the same pressure? Nothing here. I'm gonna care that's like a chance.
Why weren't you in church today?
Mom, I don't need to go to church. I already know most of the young guys be talking about the sermons anyway. Plus, church is for old people.
All the people. Man, if people go to church to learn about the Lord and how He wants us to live our lives, God is important to everyone.
See, Mom, the way I think of it, old people are the only people concerned with things you're talking about. See, me, I'm a teenager, and me and my friends are concerned with what's going on right now in the street.
Benny, what you do now is going to play a big part in where you go later. And besides, knowing Christ is going to make life a lot easier right now. But first, you got to learn how to live. You got to learn how to treat other people. And you got to learn how to make it in this world.
If I can learn that in the street.
The difference in what you learn in the street and learning to be a good Christian is going to show on the level of life that you lead.
Preach, girl.
And that has nothing to do with the amount of money in your pocket.
But Mom, I don't know anybody who ever being a good Christian until now.
Benny, it helps me. It helps me to know that even though I live in a world where I'm rejected because my skin is black, I'm still accepted by Christ. And regardless of what happens in the street, my conscience is clear. Because I hadn't hurt anybody. I hadn't cheated anybody. All I tried to do is good. And the Lord knows when you're trying to live right. And don't think it doesn't take courage. It took courage for me to raise you by myself after your father died. It takes courage for me to go out there in the street every day to put a roof over our head and food on our table. It takes courage, baby. And it helps me every day. Ron, why don't you come go with me to the Good Friday service tonight? There should be some kids there your age.
Mom, I already told the boys to come to the party one tonight. And plus, you were doing Zach and Love.
Well, you know what? I stopped forcing you to come to church a long time ago. So you go ahead. You know, maybe there's hope for you yet.
Oh, Mom, you get people on those pies.
No way.
But you baked 2 of them.
Benny, I got to take these pies to Miss Gately's house this afternoon. You know her uncle passed.
We don't even know Miss Gately's uncle. Why we got to get something to someone we don't even know?
To show respect. To show respect, Benny. That's what good Christians do.
Oh, but Mom, I'm in need.
Benny, your needs are different kind of needs. Your needs from lack of action. You need things that a job will bring. And son, I know how hard it is to find a job these days, but you won't even try. You'd rather hang out in the street with Sid and the others. Benny, people that are really in need are sometimes down on their luck and need a helping hand.
But no one helped Bubba's sister.
Bubba's sister?
Yeah. Margaret. How much you got arrested last year? No one did help her?
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. But it wasn't because nobody tried to help her. Who do you think raised her bail money? Definitely wasn't her friends. They were nowhere to be found. It was the people in the community, made up mostly of church folks.
But Bubba's sister's one of these church folks, and that didn't stop her from doing all this shit.
Then, it's not going to church that this is practicing what you learn in church, outside of church.
Well.
And your friends, they play a big part in that too.
What's all my friends? They don't go to church and all right, people.
Son, there's all kinds of friends. And some will always be found to help you go down. But won't be around when it's time for you to get back up.
Well, now go ahead.